Feel the freshness.
Baby, come to shut the door now. Baby, come let me kiss you all over. Yeah.
Literally, karibuni sana. Welcome to the media of the 21st century. Literally 58 minutes past 4 p.m. 2 minutes to 5 p.m. Hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful Tuesday morning, afternoon, whatever the time is. And this is catching you, of course, on repeat or live from Karibuni. Relationship, heartbreaking, witchcrafts, bum niggas. Don't forget that. That's the hashtag. And of course, hope you guys get to enjoy the show. My name is Joby once again. Hit that like button as you tune in. We got Shumani and Kamlesh in the building as well.
Wagwan, amazing people. What's up, Gwan? Welcome to the reaction time.
The reaction time on I'm trying on the Black Hot Fire Network. Welcome. We hope that you enjoy, and we kindly request that they add witchcraft. You see how they've added bum niggas? Okay.
Oh my God!
Did
you say you request?
Yes.
Did you say
to that description? Okay.
She actually said
I did say it exactly.
No. Amesema like hashtag bum niggas.
No, but alisema
ongeza hashtag ingine hapo kando. So
okay.
The description
I know
of the
why
show.
you're saying that.
Bum niggas.
Kamlesh has been traumatized for the last two shows.
With my erectile. Okay.
That is what messed around, so we have to mess around with that.
No, why?
Kama yezi tulia tunatuliza.
Question. Sawa. Sini kikojozi changu.
Ni yetu.
Usimebeba yako. Usiniroge ati kikojozi sasa goodness. Cannot stand at a lat anymore. It cannot salute, crisp. Crisp. Unajua kuna ile
Sure you heal.
you don't buy.
kwanza nakumbuka ukisema kwanza wewe uko hadi na formulas when you are voodoo.
But anyway, what are you guys doing? How is your week? A lot so far. Literally the 29th of July. It's coming to an end. How's it been for you guys?
First, mine has been amazing. I can't complain, most definitely. And I'm just saying I'm blessed and I'm happy beyond abundance.
Life changed for the better. I don't know, somehow too, mentally, of how I'm looking at people, especially and everything is energy. We keep on saying that. Even we're talking about that on my show. We have so much energy out here that is so untapped, and of course, why people have kept that away from us, but which has also kept us away from understanding also people's energy. That's why you see people can tolerate a whole lot. But
I like that.
The moment you start viewing people as
rather than how we can relearn what they took. And when I say that, frequency can float objects.
True.
And that's energy. And that's how ancient temples and churches and all these whatevers were built. They were built towards a certain acoustic, whatever that was, a healing sound. Or temples that they vibrate a certain frequency when you hum or sing or whatever, and those frequencies are geared towards healing you. So, and that's why you found that most people most cultures always had religion, okay, because the Masons understood that to control people just think that when people say I'm manifesting or whatever, or like aura and whatever, these things exist. It's just different form of energies that we don't understand as a society yet. But yeah, welcome to a very positive, energetic show.
Period. My July has been amazing too. I can't complain. Literally, like I said, there's just certain ways of I've been doing things, and things have just become super easy for me. I'm less literally stressed about
More. Hii mwezi niko umeongeza moto.
vile inafaa. Thank you, I appreciate. But yeah, I've just been less concerned about so much that shouldn't bother me. Like, and I think also this month I went to see my brother. I found out that frankly, yeah, a lot I've been doing is not being achieved. I think one thing I've been trying to look at is when I didn't have things that I have right now, the mentality I had and how bad I really wanted to be where I am right now, to have the little things I have. And then I'm like, everything worked out, look out, just see Joby, like I have zero regrets on anything I do or the choices I make. Like,
but you understand, time is relative. Like time, a year and an hour are basically the same thing. It's just that you view them differently because you exist in a fixed timeline. Well, your body does. Your
having less circle as you grow older. If you want to be successful, how you need to have less of a circle, and if it's a circle, it has to be a circle that is really, really meaningful to you, or aligned to probably what you do, mostly what you do. And more with him, because I think we're talking about friendship yesterday on this show, and I was saying personally, I'm not a person who, it's not like I don't value friendship. I don't know, I mean, anyone might take it wrong, but it's your level of maturity again that comes with the mindset. Yeah, and people get hurt. Like, yeah, we've never had a conversation. We had a real friend that you lost.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? Talk about it.
Know who they are, and I don't necessarily decide that you're not my friend anymore. I just know where the boundaries apply now. I was saying this, if I ever considered you a friend, I'll always show up for you.
Me too.
No matter.
Me too.
No matter if I know you're an op, Sarah, I'll show up for you and support you. Reason is this.
I think I have a boundary on that.
Yeah. We lie. So there's also I don't embody your energy. You're the op. I'm not.
True.
Okay?
True.
So you embody that energy, I'll embody what I am. So when you have a premiere, if I like something, I'll come out and buy it. I have artists who used to be friends, right? But they're no longer friends because I realized, or actors or even business people, I don't have a negative energy towards you at all. Nada. But what do? I limit association. You get? I do the least, but I'll do something, because we cannot really help these people.
I think that's what now makes me different with you, because I won't do nothing now at all, like completely. Like you just, yeah, tulijuana, master say hi to you. Unaile, yeah, hi, but sina time now, sina shughuli. I won't care even what you're going through, trust me. Like I feel like I was saying yesterday personally, I don't take relationships, or let me say no relation, nothing. You can go shitty, I can go shitty, okay? No one is perfect at the same time, because friendships do have trippy, moments, like, and all that.
Ups and downs.
It's off the boundary. But let me share what the guy says usually about success, which hope it makes sense to you. Maybe you're asking yourself, why are you not succeeding? And that happens, I think, a lot to many people when we're young. Like you're surrounded with, you think kujua huyu na huyu na huyu ndo umefika ligi, but you look at actually what you do in this other one night stand, lipa dozako. Again, that's what you do on the circle. I was looking at I don't know if you've seen on TikTok the trending story of Tess, Joaquin Tess. I don't even know what this TikTokers, but women exposing how madam wanna set fake standards, taking flights, nini, but they're being sponsored by a groupie of girls, and who won't tell each other their makeup and all that. At the end of the day, people are paying rent, doing shit with their life, opening businesses. You're still there as a groupie girl, So when you're kifungua brains, wako like, what? Tuko nyuma, like other people wameanza wasijui kufanya nini, sisi tuko tu pale pale. So I hope it makes sense, and you can't also succeed alone. You'll have at least some few people, I think, in your life at the same time.
You know why I differed with this train of
There are
thought?
people who I believe, I don't know, there's a rap battle tulikuwa tunawatch, I think na ile time kwangu, the pen game,
Yeah.
I love that rap battle, like the way people speak in a couple, projects together, ama you've met in couple events, marakadha, so you think you're friends, you assume you're friends, but do they really got your back? That's the question. Like I bet there's someone who sahi uko sure we're talking about that, leave alone even 10K, you're like, you're sure they loyalty.
What's your definition of friendship?
Loyalty, number one. Friendship comes with loyalty. There's this certain type of loyalty of just building everything we do. It has like loyalty, trust
With that person.
with that to continue, because you've broken the most important key, which I can't trust you, you're not loyal. When I mean loyal is even in terms, I'm not talking about you can't have other friends. Kuna hizo types za ujinga za friendship za utoto. Unaona, I'm talking on the same pace as you. Mtu anataka, oh sina. We planned about this, Loyalty comes with a whole lot of package. I can't break it down, but for me I think it's those two. Trust and loyalty.
What does friendship?
I'm definitely type of realness. I'll go with that. I'm also gonna go with consistency for me, because like I was saying yesterday, there are people I haven't seen like in my life for let's say 3 years, I'm at a few months, but these are the people when I call, I know this person is gonna be down. Sometimes might not be unajua, and you just want somebody to rant to, somebody to share good news, sad news, whatever. So that kind. So for me it's loyalty, of course. I'm gonna go with consistency, and I'm gonna go.
When you talk about consistency, what do you mean? Consistency in terms of?
In terms of this person has been there for me. Sad times, amejua my ups and downs. Amejua nikiwa chini. Ameniona celebrate when I'm sad, celebrate when I'm happy. Like this person
Makes
is
sense.
consistent in, and sometimes you might be tested as friends, but this person is always just,
With
there,
you.
and stuff. So that's something I value, and that's why I was saying yesterday, unaweza pata sijaona mtu, lakini when I call this person, the vibe I change, like
It's
the
the
vibe
same
is
energy.
the same.
Comes to friendship, like I can quickly move on and act like you exist but you don't, because like you're saying, I do have friends, I know for sure, like what to like umesema consistency. I have friends who have been really consistent with me. Do we talk? Yes, we talk. Love that. Do I reciprocate that? No. I think for me,
Are they your friends? Are they your
That's
real
what I'm-
friends?
No, listen, that's what I'm
let me
explaining.
phrase our
When you're
question
talking
better.
about
Do
consistency,
they consider you their friend,
They do.
or do you
They
are they,
do.
or are they your?
Your
Do you
friend.
consider?
I don't have that emotional
Attachment
attachment.
to
You
the-
get me?
to the
Like I
friendship.
have not. You owe me nothing. I owe you nothing. And there's don't have any expectations from me. I have no expectations from you. I think I learned from being super genuine of a friend. That's why I said I learned from that. And there. But you can't
But-
figure. Just like siko hapo, like sad. I'm not. I think I show it personally. I think I know. I don't know how to hide shit, so I'll show you. I'm not really there. Even like you'll find some people who kuna mtu mpenye text like, "Hey, it's doing like, hi, thanks, thanks," because I was not expecting that. Yeah, we've been friends. We've had that consistency of friendship, but now, how many years down below to Jonana, and tuna grow aje tena from here, like tuna you best tunarudiana sawa turudishane tunataka ku grow aje. I can sit with you Kamlesh. There's a time I remember nilipatana na msee kama walikuwa na kierere mbaya ile siku nilikuwa nafanya makeup ya Tabi. Then I remembered him. Then I was like,
kwani kuanga na kierere?
no, in a bad way. Okay, don't let me rephrase that. Like it was such a this crazy energy. Watu wamechoka, wamebeat, mse bado ako hyper. Tuendelea. Uko sawa? Like,
You need such people in your life.
So I remember that day, I can't forget. So I'm saying I can sit down with you tunabonga stories za.
Nimesahau kuambia na nimekumbuka tukiwa kwa stairs I was going to say but tulikuwa piga story nyingine. Somebody we were watching Tuesday, shout out to Tabi for life. And I told her my friend did that makeup and she's like she's trying to learn to do her own makeup. They all basically have the same skin complexion. So I was like, yeah.
This is becoming serious. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for my life.
But you see,
I'm so proud because I know sometimes also lately, especially I've been so much into just doing makeup and I'm trying new things every single time. So
much.
yeah,
And that's something I've noticed that is very rare for women to do.
and very important.
And very important.
Yeah.
But going back to friendship once again, I feel like we should add realness. I feel like most people don't have friends that are real enough to disagree with them. Okay? Like I need to be real enough to tell you, unajichocha, hapo unajidanganya. Songa hivi na hivi.
I hate girls doing that.
Yeah.
I swear I hate girls groups. I swear I'm just not a girly group.
And it's not even girls. Wanaume wako huku nje.
And that's what
lying
it
to
comes
each
with,
other as
especially
well.
with when you talk about friendship, because we have so many girl caring friends. You know, lip gloss uko sijui na
Iko kwa meno.
Go tell your friend lip gloss haikai
Lipstick
poa.
kwa
You
meno
know,
na
but you wanna
uambie
look
bishi
like the
yako.
perfect one on the group is You're not a good friend. You're not a good friend. Like me, I hate that about. That's why that I wanaume like my male friends. I like male. I don't know. You'll tell me that Asano tell to Asano. Asano wala jupia. Jobi kona kitu hapa.
Kwa meno.
Unaona?
Toa.
Something is not okay with your, women.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like when I say like consistency, in my perspective ni unaona ule mse mnaweza like you'll disagree. Hata kama ni opinions, hata kama ni take, hata kama nakwambia tufanye hii na udai kufanya utaniambia mimi siko hapo. Wenda tu ufanye lakini nakwambia hii ni wrong. Doesn't mean check and it's very true. I've been reading comments and some the true friends are the ones that tell you the truth. Whether you like it, whether it's bad, whether imekuingililia, whether ni nini, huo ndio rafiki yako real, because most of the people will just move on. But unapata hauko sawa, and then most of them they're in their own lane, they're doing better. Literally.
It's crazy, but let me share this guy's video very quickly. It's crazy that we've been talking for 30 minutes about that story.
Kwani Mungu ni kiateka tena anaenda akifunga nyumba za wale watu ambao wameshindwa kulipa rent, ujinga ya dini.
Ebu repeat that again. Shout out to that man for saying that. Okay? People yeye ameona kanisa kama biashara. Okay, and that's why shout out to that man for saying that. Disassociate your life and religion.
Because you know it's sad. Sometimes history ya kupeana tithe, and I'm not even against that. It's good.
Oh, I am.
I am not even against. If that is what you believe you are anti, I'm like mtu wana kamlesh. Amebaki na hiyo. And because they're so indoctrinated, anaenda kanisa na anaitoa. Mbaki na hiyo 10 bob, mbaki na hiyo 100 bob. Unaitoa juu there is a way that the pastor will make you feel. Alafu uski anaendelea kumpea all the time. Pastor anamwambia dissociate na marafiki zake, anaendelea napata
Shakahola.
she's giving, and by the time she realized she gave all of it, all her life savings.
During the Shakahola saga, there was a woman
Who gave up all? I know, I remember that.
she was a flight attendant.
Quit her job.
Quit her job, gave all her money to that guy, nini, and went to die in the forest. Akingoja
Yaani punguza marafiki kabisa kabisa katika maisha yako. Number 2, ondoa udini kwa kichwa chako, ama have nothing to do with the religious activities. Hizi issues za kwamba eti tutoe fungu la 10 na sadaka ndio Mungu afungue milango na madirisha. Kwani Mungu ni caretaker package kwa kitabu? Akaachia Mwafrika kama slavery, akaiba kila kitu, akaambia Mwafrika wewe shikilia hii. Yesu anakuja hivi karibuni. And Africans are not able to think for themselves. Mimi sijasema mtu asiamini Mungu, lakini unangoja imaginary God in your mind, you don't want to live a real life. Mtoto, at least hata ukuwe na kitu kimoja. Alafu kienda kwa daktari unakuja kusema inawezekana nipate muujiza, nipate mtoto. Kwa nini unahitaji miracles? What is miracle?
Hapa nakupea mimba.
Pastor Siana, did you all see that guy? I
One
think
that was touching boobs.
either Central or West Africa, okay? And he found his pregnant wife being done by the pastor. And they were walikuwa wameasha candles, nini. Okay.
Alafu pastor sasa alikuwa anaongea nini? Huyu mtoto atakuwa konjo.
She had trouble conceiving. Is the woman didn't have a problem. The man
is the one that
had an issue. Okay? But when instead of going to the hospital and actually figuring it out what is happening, because he's been indoctrinated into a religious mindset, akakubali. So the pastor will pull up to have private prayer sessions with the wife.
Wow.
While this man is at
Having
work,
sex with the wife.
the pregnant wife.
Oh my.
Okay? Found the pastor with his wife in doggy position.
Wow.
Okay? And they were all stark naked. Like akuda moja amevaa nguo. And she was there strictly believing that the pastor is doing her a favor. Being so blinded by faith that you can't see reason.
You
And
know how many men probably have raised children that are not theirs?
and we don't complain either. Listen, here's the thing. Nothing that can be proven ushaambiwa kuwe na faith nayo. Okay? Fact. You can chew. You can breathe. You can be in charge of your life. At any point where somebody asks you to have faith, it's the beginning of a lie. Because faith needs you to stop reasoning. Common sense. Okay? Like, so I'm telling you, if you give me 10% of your salary, Christ will be in your favor. Right? Do I talk to him?
You know, sadly,
To help the needy. Okay? It was never really about
And that's
enriching.
not what I thought.
That's
By the way,
fine.
me that's what I thought. Wanapeleka kwa orphanage, wanaenda kwa OC, wanafanya
buy
retreat.
food.
So question is, is what takes common sense out of your brain.
The first comment on this video, someone says, say anything else but don't touch God's name.
God and religion is different.
Don't talk shit about God.
But he didn't.
Sema kitu ingine lakini
didn't.
mambo ya Mungu usiongelee vibaya. Hivyo
People
nimesema.
confuse this.
So question, okay? And I've been asking this, I think, privately. Tell me something good that white people gave us as
They have built schools, hospitals, roads, railways. What else? Keith, remind me, I can't remember what else he said, but yeah, a lot of crap. So to answer you, that's what the white man said.
Number one, let's debunk hizo vitu. Alisema education. We were actually educated. Okay? What they brought us was memorizing random things that don't really matter. Roads, we have development and whatever looks like. Okay? And I've never, as an African, colonization never did anything positive for my culture, for my country, for my people. It was subjugation.
It is.
Do you think they actually brought this for your benefit? Because it is not for your benefit.
Mtu mwingine amemwambia bro to bro, always trust in God.
So,
You know, Africans must wake up.
Thank
This nonsense of, we live in real life. Why are you living in dreamland? Why can't you just come to the reality? People have wasted time, years and years in, the so-called churches, religious, circles, trying to imagine that things will
And
Mm-hmm.
it's
work.
not lie, it's telling the truth actually. When you talk about generations that having new suits every Sunday, that's my father. And we have that in the African community, let's not lie. I'm against so many big generations. Mzazi kwanza kama kuna pesa, suti mpya kila siku ama nguo mpya kila Sunday. For the kids, for the wife, most doing good, family, and then you put in a certain sort of hierarchy now in the church. You start giving, you're part now of the members of the church, so you're part of the big men.
Unakanga mbele.
Unakaa mbele,
Hapo
make that make sense. Soda,
Wine.
biscuits, food. These people who came to pray, they're watching you guys flex on them. Not only that, you're collecting money from us. Like, it's so many
And it was so sad. So bibi yake aliingia hizi makanisa za kushindanga ukidance. Unazijua?
yeah, kudundum.
Hizo. Hizo zinakuanga na drums.
Kudundum.
Si hiyo like hizo tu hizi makanisa za pastor fulani.
I call them kudundum.
Yeah.
There's just always drums and all that kind of
And it's wanakuanga kanisa kutoka Tuesday hadi Sunday.
yeah.
So those type of churches. And she got into that church to a point where alichukua nini. So when it came that time, because he always paid school fees directly. Alitumia bibi pesa because he was busy. Akamwambia nunulie watoto new uniform na ulipe school fees ya watoto. This woman took that entire money and took it to the uniforms, viatu, and you know how expensive those things are. Vitabu, and school fees. The man comes home and apata watoto wajeko wakienda shule. Akauliza bibi rada. The wife pesa huko ndio tuombewe na ukibariki watu wa Mungu utabarikiwa. You get and he couldn't First of all, having too many friends is a mark of lacking intelligence.
Yeah.
So check yourself. Number two, I feel like he's wrong about family. And anybody that's worth their salt in train of thought and understands that whatever he's saying, he himself is indoctrinated and he doesn't even know it. There is something that is our previous like uncles and grandmothers and their whatevers Okay, it is normal to want to stay close to your kin. Actually, most normal people do so. And this is a very white thing. Actually, African people always valued the village. And that's why you see most wealthy people right now, unaona mtu like me, my brothers and cousins, tunaenda tunanunua like eka 10 pahali, like 10 of us, right?
Family. Unajua, there is that one that is so toxic and you go like, I can't deal with this. Unajua, it doesn't mean hauna relatives or there is no family member that you have that you can count on or your friends. I'm not talking about it, but if there are people who have actually faced like really bad relations with the family, na unapata hawajawaongelesha, hawajafanya chochote, and they're very okay because you're allowed actually if your family. There's also that entitlement that comes with family. Hata tuseme for example you're creating the idea of the land nini. Kuna tu mtu anadhani anakuanga entitled, so because I'm family, because you're family, you're supposed to be like this. I haven't seen you in years. You haven't done anything. And sometimes you also like cut off.
That's what they're called relatives.
It's allowed.
Your relative
You
to
can
each other.
cut off.
So,
you're allowed, man.
for instance, both of y'all, I consider your family. You all understand me, you all accept me for what I am, and you all don't whatever. So friends are actually the family we choose from.
What Campbell just said is not even true. Not even anciently true.
Okay.
I'm explaining why it's not true. What he said is not true.
Welcome.
The Africans welcome. Welcome. I'm gonna say welcome, you kidding? But you got a bunch of tribes, a bunch of people around Africa because they left their group and they formed other groups and they kept building. You never live in the same compound because that destroys your genetics because you start having interbreeding, which why you mess up your genetic pool. You need a diverse group of people to be around, so you don't stay in your family clan forever because that makes you a moron. You don't develop, you don't expand. That's why you see the Africans all over the globe, but that's not African society as ancient times. Africans always left. Always discovered nothing.
Like what you misunderstood is what he meant is, which I've also experienced and grown up in. And
that's not bad. Those are the ones going to stay. See, there's no right or wrong, but then you also had that child that didn't want to be pigeonholed to just be with the family. They wanted to go out and see what was out there.
True.
So, like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. So to say that it had to do with modernity, don't think that this came from white people.
Those in Congo we call them bar something. When you go, I don't know what it is called, but you find this clan, which is a group of family.
And you cannot
and
marry
then you
within
go,
your clan.
Exactly. So there's intermarrying.
Yep.
You'll find there's someone
Within
married from
different
that
clans.
clan, and then which the wife is gonna come move to my without having that those intermarried. That made us move. I think that's what.
Yeah, see, Africa's lost understanding about. Like I told you, Joe, with the 25,000 year evolution of African people. You have relations within the same clan, the same tribe. Your genetics will be fucked up. The African, this not me. The African knew this. It's not like new shit I'm talking about.
We're
This
not
is
saying
ancient.
marrying from the same.
That's not what we're talking about, Keith. You're
not
driving the
understanding.
conversation. You're driving the conversation to a whole other side.
Yeah.
But I would say African people just decided to just stay in one.
That wasn't even part of the
Joby or me
conversation, Keith.
or Camus. I say, Camus, let's go. Okay, our family's here, cool, man. Let's do something else. Let's go see what's down in the southern part of Africa.
That's how we introduce the world to science and mathematics. I understand what you're saying. I was talking about something else. Kill the family setup that helped people raise.
But you know what, Camus? That's not through modernization. That's through their fake economics. That's the European. That's through their economic system. That's destroyed the family because it makes it now unattainable We live in a communal era because everybody's out there chasing the fake dollar.
Exactly.
The fake capitalist system. So I wouldn't say it was modernity. I say it's their capitalist system.
So what we had done is we had all assumed that we understood that, and the repercussions of marrying each other because they don't know each other, because they've never really been brought together, because everybody is everywhere. There is no unity within the extended family, the clans. Because I remember, and from both ends, I was educated. Okay, so like from my dad's side, they say amumuti, right? We love meat. And from my mom's side, clan. That's what I'm talking about. We've lost the community, the village.
The clan.
Yes.
Within or outside?
No, you'd never marry within your clan.
Yeah.
It was always outside
That's
the
what
clan.
you meant.
Yeah. So, what we've lost today with modernization, with capitalism, with all these agendas that are being driven towards Africa. Cousin that took care, when you're 12, she'd help you take care of your kids, or do this, they babysit. Like there was always a community around you. That's why they say a child is raised by a village.
That is now what has been traditions. If you now talk about culture and traditions, which now this brings a topic of culture, right? Culture and traditions, literally, there were some benefits and disadvantages.
Of course.
Of which I always say, like, most of the disadvantages actually fell on women. Because women were not educated, women were being so.
It was the devolution of African.
I think what this guy on the screen, what he was trying to say, and when you talk about family, because that's the same cycle we've grown up in, and probably even him, and he's smart enough to have realized, hey, this has been the same cycle of, as a man, if I guess by the age of 30, I need to be married, I need to have kids. As a woman, by 25, if you don't have, you're supposed to be married, okay? Like, and this is what he's talking about.
To be anything.
You go back to the religion, which also comes with all these stupid rules and laws, apart from the culture and traditions, which combined, they work together. He's talking about you don't need to stick on that cycle. I think that is what he meant. You don't need to stick on that cycle always.
They were African, Joby. And what you see is, I told you, seen a digression. Go back to ancient African culture. It's nothing what you should have. They didn't disrespect the women. The women had freedom. The women were doctors, lawyers. The women owned land. The women were head of whole kingdoms. It's got to be destroyed. It's not natural. It's outside of nature.
At the same time, to agree with what Kamlesh is saying, there's something we lost in between. Now the unity of family. Because with what you're talking about is how we had unity of family. Like it was easy to solve problems. Today there's just that distance, because also we're living in a system of black taxes. I'm not gonna be paying for your shit. I refuse personally. I'm not gonna pay for your shit. You have your time.
But you know that is because of the poverty that was introduced by
colonization. Exactly right.
Don't put that on. You won't make me feel like it's a black tax, okay? Because I remember me growing up, like the same thing you were saying. I think to on the story. I don't know, last week or this week, we're talking about where you actually said it. Where at some point, there's some joke you made. I think that was a joke. But my dad personally used to tell me, you finish school, you're gonna...
That's a product of poverty. That's the mindset already being destroyed. Because your children don't owe you shit. That's your job to pay for your children's education. They owe you nothing. That's your job. They didn't ask to come here. I dare you turn your...
Because he's supposed to provide school fees. Because you're my father. You're supposed to pay for fee. So why the F am I here and you're telling me I'm going to pay you back all the money? You know, that didn't click a good bell on my head. And I was like, hell yeah, I am. Yeah, hell yeah, he is right now. To hell.
So how do we heal each other?
Yeah.
Okay? To get back the unity that we lost. To get back the Africanness that we lost. Because if our great-grandparents were resurrected today, they wouldn't...
Your great-grandparents, you wouldn't accept your great-grandparents because they weren't Christian. You throw your great-grandparents out the house and say they was evil. Even that.
And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, we had identity. We had identity. Us. Okay? we understood who we were, where we came from, and what we wanted to achieve. But right now, we have none. We are more westernized than we are African. Okay? Because our values, our cultures, our religious beliefs align more with the Westerners than with our own culture and our own, from a very nuclear point of heal as a family, heal each other as a people. Then understand that that is the only way that you can gain unity and identity. Because when Keith is out here saying that African
culture, when you keep talking about something's inferior, I said African culture has become something. No, everybody else's culture is inferior to everything African.
So
you didn't understand, right? Let me clear it up, and
let me restructure my words. Let me restructure my words.
Let me finish. Let me finish, and you say it. I said no. It's completely devolved. These are facts. It's not my opinion. It's completely devolved.
And I agree.
And then also, you're right. And then it became under assault when the Europeans came in. So it was always degrading.
Was it Friday with Joby, and you were talking about how every other culture always dominates African culture? Okay.
Not the culture, the people, not culturally. People.
Fine.
No, I said if your culture does not bring you power, then your culture. They don't say I'm Kenyan. No, they say I'm Kikuyu, I'm Kamba, I'm Kalenjin, and Nigerians say I'm Yoruba, I'm Hausa, I'm Fulani, I'm Igbo. They don't say Nigerian. They say the culture. So if your culture, let me if your culture, because it does not defend you against being dominated by savages. These other people are savages. So something is wrong with the culture if it's not allowing you to be the culture there.
Let me finish, and this is basically just my closing argument, right? So as we get dominated as a people by other races, okay, the only way is ourselves into their culture, and we need to start figuring out who we are, what we are, and how to find ourselves. And the best way to start with that is through the nuclear family, extended family, clans, understanding that none of us is perfect, that we were all boiling in the soup. We're just trying to get out of the pot and find our way to freedom. And the only way we can do that is through understanding and rediscovering our true freedom. The minute we go back and understand who we are, what we come from, and how to show our culture to the world and proud of it. There was a lady that was saying most Africans are actually so ashamed of being African that they are from, or trying to say I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, and it's always trying to dilute the Africanness within them, not to increase it. And it's something that should be worked on as a people, as a race, as a person. Like, I'm just letting go of any sort of negative energy I might have towards you, because I feel it, you don't, right? So I forgive you to free myself from all that negativity and every. The easiest solution is not always the best. Sometimes you have to go through the fire to get to the other side. Sometimes the potato is not edible, but you gotta make fries with it. So what do? You process it, you throw it in the fire, get to the other side, and you might actually be better than what you were before.
Yeah, why are you closing remarks?
Alright, my last thoughts is that you gotta get rid of this tribal shit. Sorry. Let me finish mine. Go ahead.
I asked money. I didn't come to you.
Kamlesh has said it all. I'm just gonna go with a quote that says, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment.
That's a superpower.
So own your identity, own yourself.
These kids, you Africans are the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. You hate, and it's not me, this is what the Chinese said. So don't come after me, Candace. Yeah, you motherfuckers will not go to the Kikuyu shop. But as an African, that's where your power lies. And everybody knows that, and that's why everybody tries to make sure you never unite as an African. They don't give a fuck about you being a Lua, a Yoruba, a goddamn Hausa. They don't give a shit. They give a shit whether you're talking about, I'm going to be African first. That's when everybody says, oh no, we got to kill you now. So with that African culture, you gotta go back to African, because you gotta accept everybody's up.
Okay.
I'm not a camera. Fuck all that.
It's closing remarks only. It's just closing
That's it.
remarks.
That's it.
But anyway,
I can't have my closing remarks are longer.
no, it's closing remarks. They're supposed to be shorter because you've had
YouTube kept going in and out, so
Yeah,
I'm glad you had this with all your buffering. That's so. I'm glad. Let me get in this conversation, damn it.
Yeah,
So,
we'll always
so,
on
that's what.
the network on the seasons like December during Christmas.
Yep.
We used to unite, but
Remember
it's so
Ocha.
rare nowadays. You won't find these
Yep.
people going to the village or people gathering up as families.
So you were uniting around a white man's holiday.
Not really.
Gotcha.
If you're not looking
Gotcha.
at that, if you're not really looking at that like
For us,
that,
it's not
because
about
it's
Christmas, it's about
yeah,
family
it's about
time.
food. It's about food and family.
I
time.
know.
That's
I'm
how
joking.
it is.
I'm joking here. I was getting at the Joey's skin. Now, she's about wrapping up. Her talk was long enough. Anyway, much love, family. Tonight we're going to talk about in America, these American Negroes becoming tribalistic and xenophobic. We're about to get this work, you morons. That's tonight. Much love.
I got videos too on that. But much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Bring back
You got videos?
you guys this show on the weekend, but he did nothing. So
I was going to do it. I was busy. It's hard for me to do a show now. I get ready to start doing it. I said, oh man, let me eat some ice cream and chill. I didn't work out for an hour. I deserve some ice cream.
oh wow, come on.
I know, I messed it all up in the head. That's fine.
But shout out to John Mosquito. He says he was taking a break from the crazy Mzungus to come and harass us, while we write here. Shout out to you. He says the pastor was
Who's that? Who?
John Mosquito.
Okay.
A time from his black job. He was also
Man was in Liberty.
What happened? I missed it. What happened with the past? It was
right.
on my end. It was that with the past. It was buffered on my end. I never see what the pastor did.
You'll catch us on Thursday.
Sorry.
Come on here on Thursday. We're always on Mevo and on the StreamYard on that. The forgiveness is for me, but do I want your energy? Do I want you around? This just
I've been told that she won't listen to nobody. I've been saying forgive him for. I just say the cabinet said forgive him for you. Now I'm gonna have Joby say shut up. But okay.
Yeah, I forgive them, but I try to make a phone call. That's all.
I remember Joby go see him last year. I said, oh, the guy go see him. The guy is buried that.
But it also says the last comment that Kamlesh is saying. What Kamlesh is saying is that Africans are now Afro-pins. That's
Oh,
so sad,
yes.
but much love. Have yourselves a beautiful day. See you guys on the next. In case you're wondering where to find that, ensure you download the app. Through the app, you'll be connected to all our streaming platforms. Much love. Have yourselves a beautiful day.
Much love.